Morning everybody, welcome to a new week at the Chateau. And before we start this week, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to all of you for your support and encouragement after last week's vlog, telling you that we have to sell the Chateau. I can't believe the love that you have given it was really overwhelming, and me and Ted were so nervous and worried about telling you guys, and you have just made it so much easier for us to accept it as well as you. And yeah, just thank you so much. And don't forget, we're still here until we sell. We are still here, and we are still renovating, and we are still working. So we will continue on the journey, and until that time comes, because we don't know when that will be. But I'd just like to say a huge welcome as well to our new patrons for this week. It is Ma Rogers, Mitzi, Perry and Kaz, Adam, Helen and Ruth. Thank you so much for your support of joining the madhouse over at the Patreon team. We'll see you in the next lot of Zoom chats. That'll be lovely. Anyway, onward and upward with this week. Now, you remember last week you saw me doing the fireplace, putting the embellishments on the fireplace and doing the painting. Well, this week I have to find a fire to go in there. And I was talking to our farmer friends, you all know Mike and Hugh from up the road, last night, and they said they think they have one in their barn. So we're going to pop up there and have a look. So yeah, join us in the hunt for a new fire. Okay, so we're over at Mikey's, over at the farm. Hey, Mikey.
Hello, YouTube.
So Mikey came over.
I've seen the empty fireplace.
He's seen the empty fireplace that we was doing the other week, and Mikey's got a spare wood burner somewhere in one of the barns here. So we're going to go and check it out and see if we can have it for the room.
See you shortly.
So where's this fireplace come from?
Well, it used to be in the house. It was in what is now our kitchen, which has got an old stone fireplace in it. But when we repurposed the room to be a kitchen, our cooker is now in that location. So, and we didn't really have anywhere else in the house for the fireplace to go at the time. We thought maybe one day we might, you know, do some renovation or renovate a room where it might go. So being typical farmers and having all these barns, we didn't chuck it away. we just put it in a barn until such time as we could find a use for it. So it's probably been sat here for about 7 years.
So it might need a little bit of work then.
Might need a bit of TLC. Here it is, under some old bits of safari tent. So it's lying on its side, on its back, yeah. So
it's quite big.
There's a foot, and there are other feet that screw onto here. This is the firebox. I don't know why these bits of wood are here. This bit goes on here and sort of makes the front of the fireplace. And then the thing I think that's quite nice about this fire is it has these doors. I don't want to break anything. I think there is glass somewhere that goes in these. That one's still got its glass in. Yeah, that one's got its glass in, but it's slipped out, so I need to be a bit careful. And then these just slot onto here.
Yeah.
And you can fold them all the way back and have it as an open fire, or you hinge them forward.
Wow.
And this one hinges and they meet in the middle, and you've got the glass and you can have it like a wood burner.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so I think it will look.
I think it will look lovely, and I think it's a perfect
it's a
size
big
as well.
size, isn't it? So I think it will look good in the space.
Because it's quite a big fireplace. We don't want it to be
exactly.
lost, but that I think would be perfect.
You don't want anything piddly.
No.
So that's got both its bits of glass. That has got both its bits of glass, but that one's just slipped out, so we must make sure not to drop it. That's the grate, and that's the. Yeah, you see, it was a bit old. It needs a new grate really, because it's burnt through from so much use. So that's the ash pan. That's the grate that just sits in there.
Cool.
And essentially that's it.
Fantastic.
So if you want it, we probably need to load it into a trailer and take it over to yours.
Yeah, is that all right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Yeah. It looks great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You reckon you can work your Lisa magic?
I think I can work my magic on it.
I have no doubt.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you ever so much.
You're very
welcome. Get it over to Ez.
Yeah.
Okay, we've just come up to get the trailer to go and get the fire on the trailer.
Yeah.
But we're going past Mikey's vegetable patch. Now look at this. I just think it looks amazing. Last time I came here, Mikey, this was so overgrown.
Yeah, well, we had the last year, we didn't do anything with it because, you know, of various challenging circumstances. But it's been a year, so since last October, will people know Mandy from the vlog?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Mandy, who you'll know from vlogs at Lisa's place, she comes and does a morning a week with me because she's such a knowledgeable gardener. She's been a market gardener for 20 years. She's got so much expertise, and together we've basically renovated and restored the garden, and under her guidance it's just become super productive this year. So
you've had so much from it, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've spent a lot of the autumn just, you know, blanching and putting stuff in the freezer or putting stuff in you know, le parfait jars, and I've become a right farmer's wife. I have. Yeah.
So talk us through what you've got here. You've got celeriac over here.
Yeah, so we've got a row of carrots just beyond there. You might not quite be able to see them, and then celeriac, a row of celeriac, and then we've got 2 beds of cabbages. So we've got some purple sprouting broccoli here, a bit of curly kale. I can never remember the name in English. We've got a plant called chou rave, which is a bit like a celeriac, so it's a cabbage, but the bit that you eat is a sort of root ball that grows very fat. We've got some red Savoy cabbage. We've got some white cabbage here. A bit more curly kale, a bit more of the chou rave. Then we've got a bed of bright light Swiss chard, which is still going into.
That looks amazing.
It does, doesn't it? And it's. I'm not sure it would still be going in November in the UK, perhaps because of the weather. But we've had such a mild autumn, and we've got this beautiful mild weather now going into November.
The colours are amazing.
They're beautiful, and it's a delicious vegetable. You can eat the green leaf, and you also eat the colourful stem. And not a lot likes to eat it. So
really?
It's good to
I was
grow.
going to say, because I desperately would like a veggie patch. I want to be more sort of self-sustainable, and I just think having a veggie patch like this would be amazing. But how do you keep? Because I remember when I tried in the UK, and everything just got eaten by slugs.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you obviously can use chemicals. We don't use any chemicals here. This is an organic garden, and Mandy is very keen on organic principles. My cabbages are looking a bit eaten. You can probably see as we're filming, some of the white cabbage butterflies coming around, and they'll be laying their eggs. So here, if you look here, Lisa, if you do a close up, so that's white cabbage butterfly eggs.
Okay,
so you come out and just regularly check, and then obviously with my thumb, if I just squash those, brush them off the leaf, they won't hatch, they won't turn into cabbage white caterpillars, and then they won't eat this leaf.
Right.
And then for slugs, you really just have to come out early in the morning and late in the evening. That's like dawn and dusk is when the slugs tend to be the most active. And just, you know, look through your plants, have a little search, try and find the slugs and just pick them off. The things are starting to go over a bit in the polytar. I'm still getting, because of this lovely 2 weeks of Indian summer, we're getting we're still getting some tomatoes ripening up, but my plants are starting to look a bit yellow now. I've still got quite a bit of basil, so I've been making lots of pesto.
Oh my god! If you've got any basil that I could have,
yeah,
because I'm just about to do a basil and tomato and red pepper soup, which is my favourite.
Okay.
And but I haven't got any basil.
Yeah, no. I've got a lot, so yeah.
Could I take some with me?
Yeah,
That'd be
definitely.
wonderful.
Yeah, we'll pick some before we take the fireplace now. And yeah, and then you can see just a few different varieties of tomatoes, and there's still a few nice red ones ripening up. So we're doing a final pick of like the red tomatoes, eating what we can, preserving, you know, making pasta sauces or just cutting them up and putting them in the parfait jars and yeah, bottling them for use through the winter time. Yeah. This little blue one that looks like a star is borage. Bees absolutely love it. Once you have it in your garden, you'll always have it because it seeds itself, self-seeds, and it always comes back every year. And these little flowers taste of cucumber.
Oh, really?
So have a little taste and see if you think it tastes of cucumber.
Oh, it really does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? When I used to go to Metro and I used to buy the edible flowers, it cost me a fortune. You used to buy this little pot.
Yeah, yeah.
And it cost absolutely like £7-8 for this tiny little pot of edible flowers to use in the restaurant.
That's garnish, yeah. Well, you can just grade them.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. These here, nasturtiums.
Oh, yeah.
Or what the French call capuchin. And they're really peppery. It's like as peppery as rocket.
Really?
So if you eat one of those, it has a really strong peppery flavour.
And you just eat. Oh yeah, actually it's really nice.
It's really lovely.
Even the stem's nice.
Yeah, yeah. So just a few of them in with a. So if you've got a lettuce that's a bit, you know, a bit bland, you just put a few.
And the pepper comes out.
Yeah, you get it like a hit.
Yeah.
At the afterwards, don't you? Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So just a few nasturtium flowers, and you know, gives it a real kick. Yeah. You don't need many.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done. Mandy is rather wonderful, isn't she?
She's yeah, absolutely. Everyone should have a Mandy.
Yeah, everyone needs a Mandy. Right. Oh, some raspberries still.
Yeah, just a few coming again because of the lovely late summer sunshine.
That's the best part about it, isn't it? You could just go out to the garden and start eating.
Well, this is the nice thing at this time of year when you've just got a few of everything, like a couple of strawberries every day or a couple of raspberries. You think, well, I'll just eat them while I'm gardening. Garden hurt. I'll unhook the trailer, I'll bring the Land Rover up, hook the trailer onto the Land Rover, then we're going to get that fire in this trailer.
Let's go. Shall I put the little bits in?
Yeah, just be careful of that one that's the glass is loose. sec, Lee, so I'm going to get some gloves.
Okay, dogs. This is a heavy piece of equipment. Mike has just got to get some gloves, but this is fantastic. The crazy thing is, this is what France is all about, and this is what I love the most about France, is that when you need stuff, there's always somebody close by that you sit chatting about something. They go, well, I've got one of them, or a friend of theirs, and you all swap each tools, work, pair of hands, if they need an extra pair of hands on something. We all swap and change things around and help each other, and that's, I think, the thing I love most about being here. Right.
Bench knees, not about these, huh?
It's quite...
It's quite heavy.
Right.
I want to slide. Let me try pulling it.
Right.
That'll do.
Well done.
Yeah. Need about 4 or 5 pieces. You think that's going to be a good size? Here we are.
New home.
New home.
Okay, so we had a bit of fun and games yesterday when we got the fireplace back here. We tried to get it up the stairs, and the idea was I was going to clean it up in the apartment. However, it was so heavy that what we then decided to do was take it apart completely in its entirety. So I've got all the pieces here, clean it up down here, and then we take it upstairs one bit at a time and assemble it back in the room. So what I've done is wire brushed it all, cleaned it all back as far as I possibly can, and then I've got this Clearview Stoves paint. It's a heat resistant paint. So yeah, it's time to now give it a paint up and see if we can restore this thing. Give it a good shake. If I can get the lid off. Oh, yeah. Bit better. So it's all been spray painted now. It's time to get it upstairs and get it together and just hope, fingers crossed, that it fits in the fireplace. Let's go.
That's nice and sturdy, isn't it? Right, so they're not very big, are they? The dogs hang on these, don't they?
I think so. This is the worst part. We've got it all up here, but it's now trying to figure out what bit goes where.
Right, so that one, we've got the bolts here, haven't we? Yeah, so we've got the bolts here. So they go in there. And we've got 2 bolts there. That's what I'm saying.
This one's
Yeah,
in.
that's it.
Yeah. Woohoo!
They're supposed to go. The feet.
Off the wood?
No. That's it. Ready?
Yeah, my side's in. You need to...
So it needs to pull over this side. My hands.
Just like there.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
What do you think? Well, I think that looks fine.
Yeah?
Yeah, don't you?
Yeah.
I might gild the front of it.
Yeah, gild the front and do that.
I think once we put the grate in, put that light in, I think it would look really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the fireplace is up here, it's in, and I think it looks superb.
You've done a lovely job on it.
It is a little bit too big. It should
massive,
really
isn't
fit in. It's a huge fire.
Wonderful.
However, it was free, and I'm really pleased with the way it's come up, considering the state of it when we picked it up. I think Mikey will be really pleased.
Yeah.
I am going to do more with it. We obviously have a lot more dressing to do with the fireplace, so I think it's going to be a trip to the Bracon, because I'd like to try and find some candelabras for either side, and obviously the mirror to go up.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Have you been watching Terry and Ash?
I might have been.
Yeah.
I would
In
really,
Chateau de la Salle.
I'd like to go
Terry-
and see there.
Terry is extraordinary, and he's, you know, both of them are visionaries. I think it's wonderful what they're doing with the place, and a big thank you from us for shouting out for us, but we got to shout them out. But the trouble is, Terry, and I hold you to blame, she starts wanting to go all fancy. and you know, I know we go to the Bracon and the chandeliers won't be, you know, lots of money, but it's your fault, mate. It's your fault.
Anyway, I think I might want to do some gilding on the fire. Now you have to remember, this isn't going to be a working fireplace in this apartment. It could be. You know, the chimney's all been swept, it's all fine, so it could be a working fireplace. But because this is an apartment and it's public people using it, we don't like to have the open fireplaces being used. So this is, at the moment, just for show. We have electric fires, radiators in here, which heats the place. But so I'd kind of like to gild it and do a bit of fancy work with it. So that'll be next week. See what I can, see how I can embellish it even more.
One thing, it's not coming out again because
No.
it weighs an absolute ton. Even when we took it apart, even those bits, they weigh so much that it's a lump. And I dread to think what it's like now to lift it.
Yeah.
And it's not going to happen.
Trying to get it back in there,
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Anyway, a few more thank yous to those of you that supported us over the last week. And we've got the super thanks, which is you.
Super thanks, Christine, Lee, Crazy Cricket, Annabella, Vicky, Pamela, and Station Lodge.
Thank you so much for your super thanks.
Support.
And thank you to those that did buy me a coffee, Alison, Roger and Kath and Karen. Thank you so much for your support. It's really beautiful. The love that you've given us over the last week and over the last 4 years has been amazing. We can't thank you enough for that, and let's hope it all continues. And we will see you all again next week for another saga.
Like, thumbs up, comment. It's great and it pushes those numbers up.
And don't forget, check you are still subscribed, because YouTube, for some reason, keeps cutting people off from subscriptions.
We've had a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
So that is, it's a real thing. So please check that out.
Anyway, see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Love to you all. Stay safe.
Bye now.
Right, it's cup of tea time. I think we deserve it. You come, guys.
Okay.
Okay.